Hello, welcome. Today, I have for you Blank, a horror visual novel. Well, horror romance visual novel, I should say. It's like a little dating sim, you know. But horror. So let's go. I think it was like psychological horror. Um, yeah, it was just interesting. The description, it's the same person in every route, but he's like a little different. Like there's differences. I guess it'll make sense once we do it. So let's go. Everything is white, featureless. You stand here, yet you feel no ground beneath your feet, no wind on your skin. Why are you here? What is this place? In fact, who are you? You don't know? Do you? Oh, you don't know, do you? Well, focus on what you can see. White, just white. You move, and the boundless white moves with you. It doesn't change. It doesn't end. No walls, no floor, no exits. What kind of place is this? Makes you wish there was a door, something to cut through the endless white. Something dark, real, tangible. There's a door. Oh, did you do that? You step closer to the door. It's there, and real. You reach out, turn the knob and pull. Let's go through the door. Go through our imaginary door. Oh, there's nothing. There isn't shit behind it. Oh, well, it's a start at least. Maybe if you just wished it leads somewhere out of here. Maybe, or maybe not. Maybe that's too much for now. But there are other things you could wish for. Other ways to cut through the endless white. Maybe ask someone for help. Things won't be so bad if you aren't alone. There he is. There's our love interest. Slenderman but naked. You did it again. You don't know how you're doing it. Well, you don't need to. Just think about how hard you want. Or what was that? Think about. Did I read that right? Maybe not. Maybe that's too much for now. But there's other things you could wish for. But you don't know how you're doing it. Well, you don't need to. Just think. Just think hard about what you want. That's what it is. Try to talk to them. Try to talk to them now. I was gonna say that very assertively. Try to talk to them now. I didn't notice it was a comma. I thought it was period. I don't know. You. Hello? Shade. I need help. Do you know where we are? Can you help me get out of here? Never mind then. Well, not very talkative, are they? Not very anything. So, what are you going to do now? You could tackle things head on. Try to change the white world directly. Paint it over with colors. Then maybe it won't be so bad. So what will you do? Make this world feel familiar, make the world feel magical, make this world unlike anything I've ever seen, or leave it blank. Is there a save? Is there a save option? The save option disappeared. I don't want to have to go through everything again. We'll say make this world feel familiar. Ah, mountains and a lake. Ah, that's a nice breeze. It carries the scent of grass, flowers, and warm earth. You can't smell it? I suppose you wouldn't. Good job, in any case. Things aren't so eerie now, are they? Why don't you walk around? Observe your own creation, see what you can find. They're still here. They're not doing much, are they? Just being. Moving slightly. There's more than one. How many do you think there might be? Hundreds? They can't see you. Maybe they can't see anything. You think they look like ghosts? Well, they're a lot like this world, aren't they? Maybe if you wish to, you can change them. How? Well, why don't you think about it? It might be nice to make one into someone to talk to. Someone tangible. You can talk to me? Well, not really. I'm not really... Think about it. Wouldn't your time here be more pleasant with a companion? Isn't it scary being alone? I mean, I'll say yes. Let's make ourselves a companion. Also, I like debating if I should save here or not. Like, I don't... Oops. Oh, that's where I click. Okay, well. It's like I already went through 2 decisions. I don't know. I feel like they both would have been impactful. We'll see. Then what kind of companion do you wish for? Someone who can make me feel safe. Then it's time for me to go. Good luck. Before you, the shade ripples and shifts, somehow gaining substance. The man before you bears a nervous smile. Let me see if the music is balanced with how I sound. Alright, let's get back to it. I wanted to make sure that the music was not overpowering me this time, as it has in recent games. The man before you bears a nervous smile. Okay, I like the art. I like the style that he's drawn in. I don't know how I feel about this design, though. The face is cute. Very pretty. I like the eyes. The hair, though. It's not bad. I just think... I don't know. I don't know if it suits him. I want to see him with other hair. And we will. Teehee. The man before you bears a nervous smile. Hello? Hello? His smile brightens, and he looks around him. What a lovely place. His eyes return to your form. Aw, he has a nice smile. A nice happy face. It's nice to meet you. I'm glad to be here. A bold claim for such a shy man. What is it you'd like to do? What? He hesitates, his gaze shifting once more. What do you wish for me to do? I just want to feel safe, comfortable. This place is really unsettling. He nods eagerly. I'll help. It won't be difficult to make this place more welcoming. How about a home? Somewhere to sit and have some tea. A warm smile floats on his lips as he lists off more things, most of them small, all of them unthreatening. You sit with him, your bodies close. Slowly, carefully, you wish for things warm and comfortable. A house to live in, furniture to make your life pleasant, ornaments to make it pretty, surroundings to make it grounded. The world you already made is so well suited to your endeavors, so it remains as it is. All the while, the shade acts warmly, visibly happy that he is by your side. He hardly seems confused by the place you're in, or your power over it. You relax too, and focus on crafting a more comfortable world. How much time passes? You have no way to keep time here. You've created a sun, but it never moves through the sky, and never sets. Birds sing in the trees without ever stopping. A lake remains still nearby, never reflecting anything but the calm spring scenery. Though you have a home, you spend most of your time here, in nature. The home is comfortable too. That was your design after all. It's a warm, bright place where you and the shade live happily without any concerns. You talk, you read, you sit, you play games. You take walks outside too, but the shade is careful not to walk too far. Your world has boundaries, still. In some areas the endless white reappears. He doesn't want you to do anything to it, however. Why bother? You have everything you need already. The house has no mirrors. You've asked about making some. Shouldn't a house have mirrors? And you've asked about your appearance. You've not seen yourself a single time since you've come here. When you look down, you don't see hands or a body. Why? Is it a dream? Should dreams last that long? Does that mean you might wake up? The shade said you don't need to see yourself, because he can tell you how wonderful you look. He easily gives you such compliments. His cheeks are warm when he looks at you, and he spends all of his time by your side. He's shy, still, but strangely assertive at times. Like when he tells you not to create anything else, not to go to the endless white, not to desire anything more than this comfortable life, free of trouble or strife. You're only alone when you step outside. He lets you have those moments to yourself. The moments are short, however. Here you are. Are you enjoying the weather? He sits by your side on the grass. Let's step back in soon. Why? The weather won't change. The sun won't set. We don't need to eat or sleep? You stop when his expression falls. His eyes narrow and bear something dark that you've never seen in them before, and his voice is uncharacteristically harsh. Oh, he's getting angry. Why not? You wanted safety. You wanted me to make you feel safe. I'm giving you what you asked for. Why are you trying to run away from it now? You hesitate, and he softens, turning his gaze to the side. I understand. I'm boring. You've grown sick of me. No, I'm not sick of you. But you don't want to come in and spend time together. No, I will. Let's go on. Or let's go in. He brightens so quickly that you wonder if his previous mood was genuine. You try to ignore your concerns. The shade is the only companion you have. Could you really afford to doubt him? Yeah, it's a little bit of a sketchy situation there. More time passes, and things continue as they are. Safe. Boring. The shade stands by your side, out in front of the house. You used to have those moments to yourself, but not anymore. He's become more nervous, agitated. He looks to the endless white with concern, and it draws closer. The world seems to be unraveling, and so is the shade. He wears a smile like a mask, trying to conceal his growing anxiety. Hey, what are you thinking about? Nothing. His smile twitches. I see. He waits for several seconds, then speaks up again. I was thinking about how happy I am. Things are good, aren't they? He asks this with obvious desperation. It's safe here. It's comfortable. I make you feel safe, right? Just like you wished for. His hands held close to his body begin to shake. I did everything you asked. I acted the way you needed me to. I made this world with you, and it's safe, and it'll be like this forever. King, I don't need this forever, okay? Just because I needed something at one point doesn't mean I always need that. Sheesh. I didn't expect that zoom. You look behind him. Behind him? You look beyond him, at the boundary where the white eats away at your world. It won't last forever. It'll all come crashing down. He steps closer, forcing you to focus on him. Oh, his eyes really are pretty. I like the little purple shading at the top. But please, look at me. Please. I promise everything will be fine. If you just stay happy, and stay by my side, if you stop wishing for more than this. He cuts himself off, like he's trying to contain something. Oh, he's crying. Please, just be satisfied with this. Be satisfied with me. Before. You used to change, no? To grow older, to make different choices. Sometimes your choices were the wrong ones, and life got complicated, and you were unhappy. Sometimes life got bad all by itself without warning. There was no safety. But you enjoyed it, didn't you? It wasn't all good, and it wasn't all bad. Do you remember? Satisfied? Is this what life is supposed to be about? Just being satisfied? I don't even know what I look like. It doesn't matter. Stop thinking about that. His hand reaches for you, and you step back. Why? Why are you so opposed to me seeing my reflection? You just don't need to. Please, Is there something wrong with the way I look? No. He reaches out again, and this time you turn away. The house has no mirrors, but the lake stands further out, reflecting the calm trees and sunlight. Wait, don't! You run and he follows, begging you to stop. You reach the side of the lake and gaze at its surface. Oh. Were you not ready yet? You don't understand what you saw? It's okay. You just need more time. You'll understand soon. You enter the lake suddenly and quietly. Did you fall? Were you pushed? The shade kneels on the other side of the lake's surface. He frantically reaches for you, his arms reaching into the water. You sink, and his face becomes less clear the more water stands between the two of you. You don't need to breathe, so you're not drowning. The water turns into the endless white, and the more you sink, the more it envelops you. The shade disappears, the world unravels. You forget. Here you are again. You don't remember being here before? Of course you don't. You never do. So, what are you gonna do now? You could tackle things head on, try to change the white world directly, paint it over with colors. Then maybe it won't be so bad. Yellow's a good color, isn't it? Oh, yellow. Oh! Warm, comforting like the sun on a spring day. It's cold, you say? I suppose it can be. So what will you do? Let me save here. Yeah, I think this is a better place to save than that. Yes, overwrite it, please. So what will you do? Let's make the world feel magical. I don't know if it just changes the setting or if it changes, like, maybe it changes the option that, like, you get. Well, I don't know, actually. Because I think there was, like, 4 or 5. Like, this is not, like, spoilery, I think, because this is literally in the description of the game, but, like, I think there's, like, 4 or 5 versions of the shade, depending on, like, the choices you picked. So I don't know. I remember there was, like, 2 choices when we picked after we went this one, though. Let's just see. Let's see, if the other option was the one that wasn't comfort, if that makes a difference. Ah, that's a nice breeze. It carries the scent of grass, flowers, and warm earth. You can't smell it? I mean, we already got those. Things aren't so eerie now. Why don't you walk around? Yeah. Yeah, we did this. Yes, I'll make a... I wonder what happens if I choose no, I don't want to. But I can't... I don't think I can save here at all, so we'll just say I'll make a companion. We'll see if we can get the other one. What kind of companion do you wish for? Someone who can provide me with material things. Then it's time for me to go. Good luck. Before you, the shade ripples and shifts, somehow gaining substance. Oh! This one's like a little princely, kind of. The man before you smiles confidently. Lovely to meet you. He looks around slightly. Good area. A bit plain, but that can be improved on. His eyes return to your uniform. Or wait, what was that? To my uniform? His eyes... Oh. His eyes return to your form. I was just like, wait a second, I have like no body or anything. Now, what is it that you desire? I just want to fill the emptiness with pleasant things. It's so bare here. His lips stretch into a wider smile. My thoughts exactly. We've got some work ahead of us then, don't we? A home would be a good place to start. He looks around, catching sight of a few other shades. His brows twitch slightly. Perhaps he remembers being like them and is upset by it. He makes no mention of that, however. We'll need workers, servants. The shades will fulfill that role, and if you only tweak them slightly. But let us begin with some chairs. You should not have to stand as we discuss our plans. It only takes a short amount of time for you to wish for seats. Sitting on them hardly feels like anything, but that could be a testament to their comfortableness. With the Shade's guidance, you wish for a wide array of items. You also take the Shades into your service. What the fuck was that? Sorry, I heard a noise. You also take the Shades into your service. Unlike your companion, their shape doesn't change, but they at least seem to now register their surroundings. The world you already made is well suited to your endeavors, so it remains as it is. All the while the Shade acts warmly, visibly pleased with your company and the world you're making. He hardly seems confused by the place you're in, or your power over it. So you relax, too, and focus on crafting a more comfortable world. How much time passes? You have no way to keep time here. You've created a sun, but it never moves through the sky. We read that. Birds sing without stopping, breeze is always light and pleasant. You have a home, you spend most time here in nature. The home is comfortable too, that was your design after all. This is where it changes. It's a large mansion full of rich furniture, ornaments, and servants tending to your need. Not that you have many of those. You and Shade occupy yourself with fun activities. You read, listen to music, dance. You take walks outside too, but the Shade is careful not to walk too far. Your world has boundaries still. In some areas, the endless white reappears. He doesn't want you to do anything to it, however. Why bother? You have everything you need already. The house has no food whatsoever. It has a kitchen, and some of the Shades stand there, motionless, because there's nothing to do. You don't eat. Why? Is it a dream? Should dreams last that long? Does that mean you might wake up? You've asked the Shade why neither of you ever have need for food, drink, or sleep. He smiled. His hands reached for yours, and he asked if you'd like to have another dance. You've grown close in the time that you've spent together. He seems to care for you, love you maybe. He treats you well, and makes sure that you never have to lift a finger. This includes creating things. You've not made any items for your home in a while. Shame. It was exciting, wasn't it? Here you are. Take care not to catch a cold. He gently places a shawl on your shoulders, but you hardly feel it. Would you like me to bring a seat out for you? It'd be more comfortable than standing. Why? It's not like I can feel tired, or be in pain, or hungry, or feel anything at all. You stop when his expression falls. His eyes only narrow for a brief moment, quickly replaced with a strange smile. I see. I'll leave you be. He steps back into your home with a slow, heavy step. You must have hurt his feelings. You wonder if you should apologize. He's your only companion, after all. Can you really afford to upset him? More time passes, and things continue as they are. Comfortable. Boring. The Shade stands by your side, out in front of the house. You used to have those moments to yourself, but not anymore. He's become more quiet. He speaks very little, but he watches you and your every move. He's tasked the Shades with following you too. You haven't been allowed to be alone for a long time. He ignores the endless white, despite it growing closer. The world seems to be unraveling, and so is the Shade. For once, he speaks. The wind feels cold. Does it? To you, it feels as unremarkable as ever. We should get back in. I'm fine. You go in. Then I'll at least get you a shawl. He turns and makes you He turns, and maybe you should simply let him go. But you can't stop yourself from speaking up. I don't need it. I don't feel cold. I won't get ill. I told you I don't feel anything. Why are you pretending not to hear it? Why are you ignoring this? His gaze loses itself in the distance. I thought you only wanted to be comfortable. To have things. Why should you need to feel? He turns towards you, meeting your gaze again. Some of the servant Shades appear, as if called. I can't give you feelings. I can't. For that, you need to be... He cuts himself off, turning to one of the Shades. What would I need to be? He motions something to the servant, and several of them rush towards you. They seize you, you're not sure how, as they are formless. But they do, and they pull you towards the home, despite your attempts to free yourself. We're going back inside. But I don't want to. You do. You wished for this. He looks in the distance. There are no comforts left out there. So let's head in. As they pull you, you look beyond them, at the boundary where white eats away at your world. You won't last forever, it won't last forever. It'll all come crashing down. Oh no. You're in the house now. What's left of it. The endless white is devouring it slowly. You're kept in a single room despite the size of your home. You do nothing here. You wait. The Shade visits, but his visits aren't what you wait for. You simply wait for the end. The Shade enters the room, locking the door behind himself. He steps closer to you, then sits by your side. How are you today? You don't respond. You rarely do. The shade has no choice but to be talkative now. Have you thought about our discussion? I'm asking for so little, especially compared to all that I gave you. All you have to do is be satisfied with this. And why wouldn't you be? Why wouldn't you be happy? I gave you everything anyone could ever want. Before. You used to struggle, no? You didn't have much money. You couldn't wish things into existence. You had to work, think, save, and that only achieved so much. It was stressful. Often it felt unfair. Others had everything they wished for, without even having to try. Others had even less than you, despite their best efforts. The world wasn't equal or fair, and comfort was a rare, valued thing in your life. But you enjoyed it, didn't you? It wasn't all good and it wasn't all bad. Do you remember? Satisfied? Is this what life is supposed to be about, just being satisfied? I think something's wrong here. Stop thinking about that. You've got everything you need here, everything you could dream of. You have all of these things, servants to wait on you, no concerns. And you have my love. His hands grasp at yours. It feels like nothing. Like air. I like this shot. I like the shading on it. Please. Please stop wishing for anything more. Just accept this and stay by my side. No. I want to understand what this place is. Oh. That's good. It's good that you want to understand why you're here. Why you've been here for so long. But it's a little too early. Keep going. Everything will fall into place soon. The boundless white devours the room instantly, as if summoned by your words. The shade himself seems to get swallowed by it. Maybe you are too. His hand reaches for yours through the white, but it misses. The way he just zoomed off the screen. That was funny. I feel like they should have made like a fading effect or something, but no, they chose to just yeet. Something pulls you away from each other, and the farther the shade gets, the more white stands between you. The shade disappears. The world unravels. You forget. Another go. Are you starting to remember? No? I don't know why I asked. You never remembered anything. You remember something white? Well, that's all there is here. Somewhere else, you mean? Ah, so. What are you going to do now? And I think that is where we're going to stop for now, actually. I think we will continue the rest of the game in the next video. I hope that you're enjoying it so far. I am, like, intrigued. I want to know more about this world. I want to know more about, like, the void and all of it, and, like, what the shade really is, what we are. Like, what am I as a character? I think it's really interesting. But yeah, you'll have to find out next time. Bye!